Hello to all the supply chain aficionados out there. It's Martin here. And today we're highlighting a solution for control and compliance in SAP. Purchase requisitions and purchase order release strategies. This approval process helps to ensure we've got the right governance in place before we send that purchase order out the door and commit to our suppliers. The release strategy behind the approval process needs to be properly designed to be practical, relevant, efficient, compliant, and resilient to the changes of the organization. To break this all down for us today is Sean. Sean, what are the essentials we need to have top of mind around the purchase requisition and purchase order release strategy?
Thank you, Martin. So, release strategies are meant to drive the right level of scrutiny on the purchase requisition before we commit to it. And we have several opportunities as we move through the procurement process to review and to approve. For example, indirect purchases may come via a purchase requisition that requires approval before a purchase order is generated, particularly if we will be going through an RFQ or an RFP to determine the best source of supply. Whereas a purchase requisition for a direct purchase that came via MRP may not require an approval because we've already approved the demand plan through the sales and operations planning process. Now, no matter what the process is, it's essential that the policy and the strategy make sense, are meaningful, and are fully aligned. So let's go into SAP and let's take a look. Now, let's go in and start with purchase requisition. Do you review your requisitions for SAP, or do they come to you for approval via email? Now, as a buyer or an MRP controller, it's helpful to monitor past due releases. It's an easy loop in the process where things can get delayed, especially if your approvers are not regularly in SAP. Sometimes a bit of chasing is required. So in this transaction, I have loads of selection options to choose from. This is ME55, which allows me to pull full lists. The only mandatory entry is the release code. And from here, I can narrow the list in any way I wish to see the items that are relevant to the work I'm doing today. Okay, so let's run this. Here are a few things worth talking about. Firstly, we can quickly identify purchase requisitions that have a material number versus those that are free text or indirect purchasing POs, spend POs.